Straight from the approach, the bowling conversation.
Okay, good afternoon, Hadley Morgan.
Afternoon, Shay.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I've just brought you in here for a special episode of our bowling approach. No, straight from the approach, a bowling conversation.
Straight from the approach.
Straight from the approach, a bowling conversation.
Straight from the approach.
That is our handle. Okay, so we're here to just ask you some bowling questions. Are you up for that?
Yeah, I'll do my best for you. Go on.
So there's a really big tournament we've got on in a few weeks' time, the Senior Triple Crown.
Yeah,
do you want to tell our viewers a little bit about the Senior Triple Crown?
All right, the Senior Triple Crown has been going for a very long time. It's quite a prestigious event. Quite excited to host it this year. We've got teams from England, Scotland, Ireland, Wales and Iceland, and they're going to come and have a battle off.
Yeah, have a bowl.
Suppose have a bowl, yeah. Well, it's a bit more than bowling, to be honest, because it's got quite a lot of history, this event, and we're quite fortunate that England haven't lost it very many times. So there's always that pressure of trying to stay on top of it, and as head of Team England, I don't want to be the one to drop the ball.
I agree.
But, my focus this time really is going to be on running the event rather than actually coaching or managing Team England itself. We've got two great coaches, Mike Quarry and Paul Wilkinson, who are going to do that for us this time. So I'm quite excited to probably see it from a different perspective at the back and try and keep the balls in the air and not drop any of them in terms of the organisation of the event.
Well, I think Hadley's done a great job up until now. I know Stroud Bowl is really putting our foot down and trying to make things happen. That Hadley's doing a great job orchestrating. So we think it's going to be a fantastic event. But let's not talk about just the Triple Crown. Let's talk about bowling in the UK in general. So what you may know, Hadley Morgan, who is head of Team England, is also an ECC mixed doubles gold winner. And he has won a lot of events in your time, Hadley, haven't you?
Well, a few, yeah. I mean, the thing is we have the greats in this country, which are those that are playing the PBA Tour. You got Dom and Stu, and even years back before. I wouldn't say by any stretch that I'm one of the greats. I'm a domestic. I've won a few domestically, but that's about it. So let's not blow smoke.
All right, well, bowling in the UK is growing.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ben Robinson and Richie, who are currently doing the Shark Championship. Richie unfortunately got knocked out by Carl Troop, but Ben is actually playing Belmo at 4 o'clock.
I know, brilliant, and I hope everybody's going to be watching it. Yeah,
we will be watching it here. Me and Rory have already planned to stick Bowl TV on over there and watch Ben. The GOAT versus Belmo, I think is going to be quite, as Callum Peach said, it's going to be quite a really interesting battle, to be honest. So I think we'll all be behind Ben. Good luck to him, and let's see what happens.
But it's great to see people. I think it's great to see our younger players, especially, going out and playing among the big boys. Because it's all very well getting to the heights in the UK and domestically, or even in Europe, but to go out and put themselves and their money where their mouth is against the big boys is really where it's at.
So, talking about playing against the big boys, okay, what advice would you give to, your new bowlers? You meet Rory's, the people who are just starting out doing the ESPTs. Rory cashed and did fantastically well in his the most recent one at Shipley. Okay, but what advice would you give to the younger generation?
I would say what you're doing is exactly right. You spend as much time as you can practicing. You spend as much time as you can watching bowling, learning about it, studying it, understanding it. And I'd say, to be honest, that a lot of that is where it's been lost recently, is a lot of the younger players just go and they play and they come home and that's it. Whereas, you've got to really improve. You have to have respect for it as a sport, and you have to be prepared to put the hard work in and spend the time to study it and actually really understand it. And that's where the main improvement will come from.
Amazing. So you've had some absolutely fantastic comments there from Team England's own Hadley Morgan. Okay, thank you very much for jumping on our kind of little YouTube video here, the bowling approach. No, straight from the approach, a bowling conversation we'll get eventually.
Yeah, that's the title, right?
Oh, yeah, I know. But anyway, thank you so much, Hadley.
Thank you.
You have a lovely day, and tune in a few weeks' time when hopefully we might even get Mike Quarry here, or one of those people for an interview.
I've got no doubt.
We'll have to wait and see, okay? Thank you so much, Hadley.
Trouble. Thank you.
Straight from the approach, the bowling conversation.